Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Walt, I'm your Northwest Outdoorsman. So today, got a quick update. I had a couple of tips, craft tips. Let's call it craft tips, fire tips, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Call it what you want. Your video. And see, it's hard for me to tell. See, my new lighting, when I'm looking at this in the viewfinder, like, I look like, seriously, like pasty white. So I'm thinking it's just my viewfinder, because when I do the videos, it's okay. Anyway, quick update, as you may or may not know if you've been following. Oh, God almighty. I've been looking for a place to go camping and hiking. The nearest public area is, on a good day, it's an hour away. And it's a state park, and just right at the very southern edge of Tumwater, Olympia, for those of you that don't live here. And I checked it out, and while I was there, I ran into a couple of nice sheriff's deputies that said, yeah, don't even, between the homeless camps and the illegal grow operations and the stabbings and the shootings and the drug dealers and the prostitutes and the lions and tigers and bears, oh my, don't bother. So, this means, okay, either I use private land, which I'll get into in a second, or I go to national parks and forests. Now, the problem with that is the nearest one is 3 hours away on a good day. And in the wintertime, it's 3 hours up the side of Mount Rainier. So, there's that. Yeah, okay. So here's the deal. If I want to go do that, I need to make money. I got to buy gas and what's the pass, the park pass, which isn't expensive. I mean, gas, good God, gas is friggin' ridiculous. But anyway, so what I did is I started a store on eBay, and it's real simple, just NW Outdoorsman. So right this instant, let me, hang on. So on there right now, I got a bunch of more knives. Whoop, there we go. See if they're focus on that. That's just the belt loop for the Eldris. I've got some 511s, the basic 511s. I've got just a few, I almost said Garbergs. They're not frickin' Garbergs. Companions and basics, right? So the basics, I've got the safety orange, the traditional red, the bright red, the beige and black. I mean, I have one that's just black, green and black. So that's what's on there right now. Oh, plus, hang on, I forgot something. I won't pull one out of the box. Let me find. Hang on, guys. I didn't prepare this very well. Okay. I also have some of the small. These are my favorite little drinking cups. And that's all. It's just a drinking cup, guy. If you're cooking in this, you're a tiny little person. Okay. Like, there's my hand. Okay. It's a tiny little cup. It'll hold 8 ounces, but I mean, you can theoretically boil water in this, but with the get it down where you can see it. The short little handles, you're going to fry a finger. My favorite thing to do is just, hook a carabiner on it and hang it off my pack. Good to go. But these are on. Now, having said that, let me clear this out of the way. Having said that, I did screw up the store. So, I meant to do it, the buy now with free shipping. Either click something I shouldn't have or forgot to click something I should have. Anyway, the price is buy now with shipping. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a make offer on it. well, I'm going to either put a make offer on it, that's the easiest fix, or completely delete the listing and relist it with free shipping. So, you know, if you want to help me out, help me get out there, national parks and forests, I would appreciate it. Private land, oh dear God. Yeah, so I did find a piece of private land. I did. A very nice gentleman. I think it was his grandfather's land. 5 acres, completely wooded, and all he said he didn't care if I built structures. He said he didn't care what I did. Just don't burn it down. Don't cut down live trees. And, you know, it had been a while, so if I could clean it up as I'm going along, you know, we'll just call it good. So we went to go look at it. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. There were deputies there. There had been 2 stabbings, brandishing a weapon, unlawful discharge of a firearm. Nobody was hit, fortunately. And they found, oh yeah, drugs. Lots of drugs. So, fortunately, one of the homeless guys tried to convince the sheriff's deputies that the illegal marijuana grow that was going on was his, but it was okay because that was his land. We'll come to find out, I was there with the owner. Anyway, we got it worked out, and fortunately, the landowner got to keep his land. They didn't confiscate it, but yeah, he's selling it, so yeah, I'm back to still no place to. I still can't go play in the woods. What the hell? Okay, real quick. That takes care of that. Tips and tricks, here we go. First off, I got a nasty, nasty habit. Right? Yeah, bad habit. Now, I live just outside of Seattle, and it rains a lot. And these cans are plastic. But they still get water, especially if you take an unexpected swim. Now, before anybody grabs their keyboard and goes on and on and on about stop, what, shut up, okay? If my mother couldn't convince me, you're not going to either. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Leave me alone. Okay, however, it's not what I'm griping about. I do when I go out. These are, yeah, see, still, but I take one of these and you can see they have a seal. Now, these aren't completely waterproof, but they're pretty watertight. And what I'll do is when I'm out going out is I'll put my Copenhagen in here. But I'll grab my fire kit here. So we got some tippies. We got some. Okay, this is from my Esbit here. This is the fuel for my Esbit. So there we go. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm after. You can see another, there's the one I showed, here's this one, and this one, all I've done, right, that's petroleum jelly. Now, it's water. I live where it's wet. Like, it's May now, it hasn't rained in a week, and everything's still pretty saturated. So, having something fairly watertight is a great help. And like this goes for, you know, we've all seen, you know, candy tins and mint tins, right? And I mean, like these are perfect for matches, okay, whatever, but they're not watertight. This is, right? So, get rid of this, clean up my mess here. So something like this, instead of putting your matches in a plastic baggie that gets holes, they open, whatever, you know, slap some matches in here, tinder, you know, whatever. For insects, occasionally, when insects are, the skeeters in particular are real bad, I'll put smoking tobacco in here, pipe tobacco, roll your own tobacco, whatever you want to call it. And I'll throw some of that on the edge of the fire, and the smoke will... I don't smoke, but I do carry it because the smoke from the tobacco will drive away the skeeters and midges and whatnot. And of course, just a flask for my fuel. So, I mean, that's just my little tip on that one. If you're living someplace, and especially like this, I mean, guys, if you've ever put petroleum jelly in a candy tin, a mint tin, right? And you go out when it's hot, I mean, it just melts and it oozes all over your pack, and it's just pretty nasty. This is just hand sanitizer, and I've just filled this with denatured alcohol, right? And if I want to start the fire and I'm having a hard time, or it's just having, if I get it but it's just not quite catching, I'll just spritz, and okay, it does help. It's not a tremendous help, but oftentimes it's just that little extra push it needs. So there's that tip. Now, I do have one more. Let me clean up this mess. So, knife sheaths, right? A lot of times, like I did with this one, I bought this knife, the Baron Sun Slim Hunter. Love this knife. This knife has been with me for a while, and I love it, and I just do. But it came without a sheath, so I made this one, and it's not hard to do, right? Just a leather thong for a belt loop, and here's what I made it out of. Just a thin plastic container, right? Like a butter tub or a sour cream tub, and just cut out your shape, right? And then all you need is just really inexpensive, this is fabric leather. Oops, it ran away, folks. This is just fabric leather, right? I mean, good stuff. But yeah, for a knife sheath, not so much. So what I did was, I don't know if you can see it in this one. Let me get in the light, and yeah. Okay, I'm gonna cheat. Hang on. There we go. There's my light. You can see the little plastic liner in there. Okay, and oh, just blinded myself. What a putz. Okay, and my knife fits in there perfectly. It's not going to cut through there. It stays open, so it's not like you're going to slide down between the leather and the plastic. In fact, you can see the ridge from the plastic, and it just stays open, and it just hangs on my belt, and it's not right. The retention isn't great, but guys, it's a piece of plastic with some crap leather. Okay, that's why it's so deep. Like, it's just sticks out just enough. I can grab it and pull it out. But at the same time, right, it's got enough retention to it that as I'm traipsing through wherever I'm traipsing, okay, it's not going anywhere. It's not. So that was that tip on there. So pretty much that's all we had to do. I'm trying to think. I know there was another one I was going to show you, and apparently it fell out of my little brain. Oh, here we go. There's what I'm doing. Okay, so this is my kit I keep on my belt. You see, it's got a little, and it's just a recycled safety pack, right? And this is my belt. I carry this one in my bag, right? Because it's got the alcohol stove and the fuel, and so in this one I've just got a cheap little nothing. In fact, it's not even a brand name. It just says, it literally, I don't know if you can see that. It literally just says Fire Steel. Okay, it's just a cheap little nothing. And there we go. It does work. It's not a, this is a hard ferro rod. And it's not a lot of, there's spark, certainly enough for petroleum jelly. But in the tins, this is just petroleum jelly and cotton balls, which the fire steel will ignite. And this is not plastic. I forgot the freaking word. Wax. Wax and cotton balls. God almighty, y'all, it's been a week, I tell you what. Okay, anyway, so there, and just some basic, you know, Yuko store matches. And that's my fire kit on my belt. And just real simple, so if everything goes horribly, horribly, horribly wrong, let me see if I can get this up. If nothing else, I have 3 things on my belt. Fire kit, knife, and a water bottle of some sort, whether it's an actual water bottle or a canteen or just, you know, use what you like. Anyway, just a quick thought. You know, I wanted to get a video out. I hadn't put one out in a while. You know, between looking for a place to go hiking without junkies or druggies or drug dealers or prostitutes or homeless camps or whatever, deciding to do something on eBay to make a little money so I can actually go camping this year. It's just been rough. I just wanted to get it out. This is what we got this week, guys. I will definitely plan the next one out better. Till next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Walt. Bye now.